When daylight fades, another world awakens. As darkness falls, insects emerge from hiding, beginning a nightly struggle for survival, unseen by most humans. Night offers protection from heat and predators, but it also brings new dangers, forcing insects to rely on instinct rather than sight. Many insects are nocturnal, perfectly adapted to function in low light using heightened senses refined over millions of years. Sound replaces sight in the darkness. Vibrations and faint movements signal both opportunity and threat in the night air. Crickets and katydids fill the night with calls, each sound serving a purpose in communication and survival. These calls attract mates, but also reveal location, turning communication into a dangerous gamble. Predators listen closely. For some hunters, sound is the key to locating prey in total darkness. Moths take to the air under moonlight, drawn instinctively toward sources of light, both natural and artificial. Artificial lights confuse these ancient instincts, creating deadly traps insects cannot understand. Spiders thrive at night, repairing webs and waiting patiently for vibrations that signal trapped prey. A single vibration can trigger a rapid and precise response, ending the hunt in seconds. On leaves and stems, predators and prey cross paths constantly, often unaware of how close danger truly is. For insects, night is not a time of rest, but a narrow window where survival depends on speed, silence, and awareness. As darkness deepens, the night world grows more active, revealing a hidden drama unfolding beneath the stars. As night deepens, temperatures drop, allowing insects to move longer without overheating in the darkness. Cooler air carries scent farther, helping insects locate food, mates, and danger across greater distances. Beetles emerge from beneath leaves and soil, armored bodies reflecting faint light as they begin their nightly search. Their strength allows them to push through debris that would trap smaller insects, opening paths through the night terrain. Some hunters rely on stealth rather than speed, remaining motionless until prey wanders within reach. When the moment comes, the strike is fast and decisive, leaving little chance for escape. On the forest floor, ants continue working through the night, following chemical trails invisible to humans. Nighttime reduces competition, allowing ants to gather food with less interference from larger predators. Fireflies transform darkness into light, using bioluminescence to communicate across open spaces. Each flash sends a message, but also risks revealing location to unintended listeners. Other insects feed on nectar at night, pollinating plants while most animals sleep. This nocturnal pollination is essential, supporting ecosystems that depend on night-blooming plants. But danger is constant. Every movement risks attracting predators hidden in the darkness. As the night advances, survival becomes a balance between feeding, mating, and staying unseen. As midnight approaches, activity intensifies. Insects move with urgency, knowing the night offers limited time to feed and survive. Hunger drives risk. Many insects must expose themselves in open spaces to find food before dawn arrives. Predatory beetles patrol the forest floor, using speed and armor to overpower smaller prey in the dark. For prey, remaining still can be the difference between life and death. On tree trunks and bark, camouflaged insects blend perfectly into the night landscape. This camouflage has evolved over millions of years, shaped by relentless nighttime predators. Frogs and reptiles also hunt at night, adding new threats to the insect world.
Some insects respond by leaping or flying suddenly, trading stealth for escape. Others rely on chemical defenses, releasing scents that warn predators to stay away. These defenses are effective, but they come at a cost, draining energy needed for survival. Throughout the night, Countless encounters go unseen, shaping survival through success or failure. By early morning hours, exhaustion sets in, and movement gradually slows across the landscape. Those that survive will retreat to shelter before daylight exposes them to new dangers. Another night has tested their limits, continuing a cycle repeated every evening for millions of years. In the deepest hours of night, silence grows heavier, and only the most adapted insects remain active in the darkness. Bats pass overhead, unseen but sensed through vibrations and shifting air currents near the forest floor. To survive, insects must constantly decide whether to move or remain perfectly still. Some species use reflective eyes to gather the smallest traces of light in near total darkness. Even the slightest movement can expose them, turning camouflage into a matter of life or death. On flowers, night-feeding insects race against time before petals close and nectar disappears. These nighttime visits ensure reproduction for plants that bloom only after sunset. As dawn approaches, light begins to return, and the advantage of darkness slowly fades. The approaching daylight forces insects to make final decisions before retreating to safety. Predators also sense the change, making the final moments of night especially dangerous. Those that fail to hide in time risk exposure to birds and larger daytime hunters. Gradually, the forest floor grows quiet, signaling the end of another nocturnal cycle. Survival through the night is never guaranteed, only earned through constant adaptation. As the sun rises, the night world disappears, waiting patiently for darkness to return. In the final hours before dawn, only the strongest and most cautious insects remain active, moving carefully through thinning darkness. Fatigue begins to show as movement slows and reactions become less precise across the night landscape. For some insects, the final moments of darkness offer one last chance to feed before daylight returns. As light increases, shadows shrink, removing the protection darkness once provided. Birds begin to stir above, signaling a shift in the balance of power across the ecosystem. Those caught in the open must make split-second decisions between fleeing or freezing in place. Many insects retreat to shelter beneath leaves, bark, and soil before daylight fully arrives. Within these shelters, the night survivors rest and recover, preparing for the challenges ahead. The night has tested their instincts, speed, and awareness, determining who endures and who does not. Above ground, daylight reclaims the landscape, ending the brief reign of nocturnal life. With the sun fully risen, the night world vanishes almost completely from view. Yet the cycle is far from over. Darkness will return, and with it, the hidden world will awaken again. Night after night, this unseen drama continues, shaping ecosystems through countless silent struggles. While humans sleep, life never truly rests, thriving in the shadows until darkness calls once more. Thanks for watching.